All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast for Monday, October 9th, 2017. And yes, this video is for Sidereal Astrology. If you're not sure what that is, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so today we do have some challenging things taking place, but as I always say, you know, these time periods are great for our personal development. We do have the Sun and Mercury squaring up to Pluto today, which could suggest some challenges, maybe in our external environment. Power struggles sometimes can be the case where we're, you know, really wanting a bit of intensity in our life deep down, maybe even unconsciously or subconsciously, and we could be attracting that. So there's nothing wrong with intensity so long as it's done in healthy ways, right? Like intimacy, openness, connecting on a deep level, whether it's with relationships or ourself or with life. But yeah, there can be that attracting it maybe unconsciously. So good to bring conscious attention to that, which we'll talk about. And very good for transforming the ego, really seeing how we can be non-attached, all right? So not wanting to control things, own things, possess things, can help free us up from what Pluto is helping us free ourselves from, which is really the ego, which is really wanting to hold on real tightly because of the fear of loss and just fear in general. So we'll talk all about that, but the moon is in good placement here today. We'll be in Taurus, good for our emotions. I think in terms of our feelings, we could be feeling quite stable today. Resourceful, in fact, too, maybe pursuing our values in life, feeling a bit resourceful, self-empowered, self-reliant in many ways. And on a minor note, the moon will be squaring up to Neptune, so maybe just a bit of uneasiness, but again, probably good to bring in some presence, which will also help with some of that Pluto energy. So let's go and break all of this down here in more detail in just a few seconds. All right, so let's look at the moon first. Yes, the moon very well placed in Taurus. Moon's exalted here, loves to be here. And so, yeah, very good for enjoying the simple things in life. You know, it really is the sign of Earth, you know, the bull, taking things one step at a time. Good for going outside and really grounding yourself and walking barefoot, you know, in the grass or the dirt or whatever, you know, really connecting energetically to Earth. And really being grateful for everything that Earth provides, which is really pretty much everything in your material life is derived from Earth in some way. So gratitude there, appreciation, and enjoying the things that we do have in our life, because we all do have things to be grateful for. So with that moon in Taurus, we do have, again, that Sun-Mercury conjunction. They were conjunct yesterday on Sunday. And that conjunction will be squaring up to Pluto. And this was all part of the full moon too we had last week, as the sun was squaring Pluto with the full moon, right? So now it's this integration, I think, with a lot of this. So again, this is collective for everybody. So it helps to see the astrology so that we can actually integrate this in healthy ways. And you know, that's really what the astrology and really life, it's not really the astrology causing anything, but this is what life is helping us all do here today, is really become more egoless, right? Pluto is like the ego killer. And when Pluto comes along in a square like this, we're not wanting to, right? We might be very ego identified. We might be really controlling things, wanting things to be possessed, owned, you know, just the same, because we're afraid of losing something, and it's usually fear of losing. The ego is afraid of losing itself, of losing its life. So we all have an ego, obviously, but we're so much more than that, right? So days like this is really good, especially with the moon squaring up to Neptune, to do things like meditation, to bring basically conscious attention to the ego, or better yet, to the mind, right? Because it's pretty much the same thing. So bringing conscious attention to the mind. And meditation helps us do that. And then in that way, we're more present, we're more aware of our feelings, of the fears perhaps, of the control, and of what the mind might be sort of influencing or wanting, again, because of that tight grip. And then that helps us become more conscious and work with this energy in much more healthy ways. So like I said, you know, the ego here and really our subconscious is probably wanting some intensity today. So we may be noticing some of us, you know, power struggles in relationships, you know, just in our everyday experiences perhaps, or anger, you know, and so we're all wanting the intensity, but again, there's a healthy way of doing this. And I think, you know, when we're present, when we're accepting, it's really being aware of this. And then there's this whole other layer to it, which is really wanting acceptance, wanting to be at peace, right? Wanting to, you know, really be and connect and just be our true self, right? And connect to life in a real way. So we're wanting that depth, we're wanting that intensity. And with this extra attention, this conscious attention, can help us do this. So really good for letting down the walls, right? Bringing down the walls. You know, that way we're connecting to life on a deeper level, connecting to relationships on a deeper level. And it might be very challenging to do this, but going at our own pace, and again, challenging yourself to do that today is just a fantastic way of working with what is this collectively challenging energy going on. All right, so yeah, that's the day in a nutshell. Hopefully that gives you all some, at least my perspective and advice and tips and practical way of working with this. But like I said, it's very constructive. A lot of us could even be facing some fears today where it's very transformational. Coming out of today a bit more empowered, free, again, not so afraid, right? Not so operating in the realm of fear, of control, of identification with the ego. And that's what it's all about. That's what Pluto's helping us do, is become more non-attached. And I think it's going to happen collectively anyways, but of course with this conscious attention, it helps us align to it and helps it become very easier to work with and very constructive to work with as well. So, so yeah, that's the day in a nutshell. Again, Moon in Taurus, there could be a bit of, you know, stubborn energy. It's possible if it's pulling on that side of it. So, you know, again, gratitude really helps with that. And another thing too, with Mercury and the Sun in this combust energy, and Virgo in particular, you know, there's a lot of this detail energy, right? And control and perfectionism and stuff like that. So again, that conscious attention on self can help us be more aware of that. What we're really wanting is to improve ourselves, to improve our life, to help others improve through our service as well. We got Venus going into Virgo this early part of the week. So really for the next month and a half is just excellent for connecting, you know, to life in a way that is willing to improve and be of service to others and help others improve as well. All right, so I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. Thank you again for all of your likes, comments, and shares with these videos. So I'll see you all very soon tomorrow for the daily forecast. Take care.